everybody? It's Shairiff Resource. I'm coming at you real quick with a quick word. I know a lot of people was looking at the coming attractions on my gram and on my Facebook page, and they was like, the D word, what are you talking about? And I'm like, no, I'm not talking about that. But I'm talking about something that's serious, and this serious thing is called depression. Depression is something that I've noticed that a lot of my friends and a lot of colleagues and a lot of people have been going through in this season, and I just wanted us to go a little bit in depth with it on my channel, because my channel is not just a channel for fashion and we talking about fashion, and we talking about living, and we talking about being lit and partying, but we also have to talk about seriousness, and depression is one serious topic. So I just wanted you guys to see the clip real quick, and then we're gonna come right back. Go right on to it.
Depression is a mood disorder which, according to the World Health Organization, is affecting over 350 million people across the globe. It is a complex psychological state which has psychological effects and interferes with an individual's routine functioning. While everyone faces emotional highs and lows in life, depression is characterized by an enduring sense of sadness which inhabits the mind completely. Depressed individuals feel a sense of utter hopelessness and defeat, as if life is completely meaningless. Such a state of mind is different from ordinary unhappiness in that it prevents an individual from functioning rationally and routinely on a daily basis.
Yeah, man. Depression. Throughout my life, depression has snuck its way in. I had my seasons and my periods in time where depression was really heavy, and throughout I wouldn't say my childhood, but not my childhood, but going into adulthood, like my years in high school were a lot of fun. Yeah, I loved all my friends and I had a good time, but at the same time, I still was dealing with mental, I still was dealing with a lot of things mentally, and a lot of people didn't know what I was dealing with, but because I was like, depression is an inward thing. So when you internalize stuff and you keep it on the inside, it'll fester and hurt even more. So a lot of stuff that I was going through on the inside, and nobody even knew about it because I didn't want nobody to know. Because I was always the life of the party, I was always laughing and joking with everybody, and everything was a joke and a festival. But it wasn't until I got older and I became a minister, and then when I was in ministry dealing with depression, and it wasn't a lot of fun, because a lot of people was like looking up to me for certain situations and things, and I ain't always have the answer because I was already dealing with something on the inside. And it's a mental thing, and a lot of times when we dealing with something mental, man, it's harsh because the mindset is nothing to be played with. There's so many things that can go on in the mind that we as humans don't even pay attention to, because it can come to us, like depression can come in an instant, and as soon as it comes, you don't even pay attention to the things that you're going through. Like, you can go through, like what I was going through. I was going through loss of appetite. Every other day I was hungry, and the other day I wasn't hungry, and I wanted to be around everybody one day, and the next day I didn't want to be around nobody. I wanted to be in the bed under the covers, and under the covers ain't no joke when it's just a dark mode. And then when you're in a state of darkness, man, it is no joke getting out of it, But I thank God for who God is in my life, because now I'm able to understand and recognize when that type of spirit comes. The Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spiritual wickedness in high and low places. So a lot of times when you do come against that type of force, you got to know that type of energy, man. That type of energy now is all over. And I just was looking at the video on a young boy that was killed, and what he was going through mentally beforehand. And I was like, wow, I have to really say something on my channel, because it's no joke for us to go when we're going through something and we don't know what we're going through, and there's nobody to help us. Sometimes just a kind word and a helping hand, not even a helping hand, but just, you call your friends on the phone, you let your friends know, like, listen, I was just thinking about you, I love you to death, and you can get off the phone. I mean, if you don't want to really hold too much of it. Sometimes you got to understand that we as humans, we're placed one-on-one, and just like the disciples were led out two by two, you got to have somebody in your life that's able to benefit you. I mean, not so much benefit you, but somebody in your life that's able to push you through, even when you feel that you can't make it. You know, it's somebody there that God placed that you can pick up the phone and just say, "Yo, you can do it. Yo, I love you. It's everything is gonna be okay." You know, even when you know your back is against the wall and you feel like nothing is able to be, you know, fixed, and there's always a situation, always a problem that God will pull you through. God will make a way out of no way, man. He will come through in every situation, and every time, you know, he'll come through and he'll make a way out of no way for you. You know, I had to really like learn that, you know, being in this season. This season is a season where I had to really like come to know who God was for myself, and know the voice of God on my own. You know, nobody else can speak for me. Nobody else can give me, you know, the understanding that God can give me. I'm grateful because even when I do go through my slippery slopes and my misunderstandings of myself, my misunderstandings of people, that God does come through and give me that understanding and equips me with the wisdom to speak. Because the Bible says, speak those things and be not as though they already are. And sometimes you have to be able to speak positivity over your own life and over your own situation and over your own circumstance. It's not easy, but you know, this life ain't easy. You're going to have some problems, you're going to have some situations, you're going to have some troubles, and it's just, I can't really describe it, but you know, when it does come in, you know, the Bible says that when the enemy comes in like a flood, God will lift up a standard. So we as humans, we got to understand the standard that God has lifted up for us to be powerful. He said, I created you a little bit lower than the angels. So if you know that God created you a little bit lower than the angels, what makes you not powerful? You know, you are powerful. You are equipped. You are ready, you know, for battle. You know, going out in this world every day, man, it's a battle. It's a battlefield. You know, we might see some things that are right in front of us, but some stuff we don't see. Some stuff we see that we might not be able to see, and God will, you know, protect us from all hurt, harm, and danger. You know, mentally is no joke when you have, when this disorder hits. You know, it's a disorder. It's a dysfunction of the mindset. So you got to know how to battle. You know, the battle is in the mind, and you have to be, you know, spiritually equipped to understand it. I mean, sometimes it might not even be it might not even come in, you know, as, like I said before, it comes in small. You know, the smallest thing can become the biggest thing mentally. You know, you might be on your job one day and you might see something, and, you know, it'll cause you to think, and then it'll cause you to wonder, then it'll cause you to ponder, and then, you know, when you ponder on something, man, that don't do nothing but make it elevate, and it creates the big thing in your mindset. And that's what we have to do a lot of times in life. You know, when that big thing comes in, we got to know how to crush it. And you got to know how to crush it in such a way that when it does return, you know that it's returning. And then you know how to respond to it when it does come back. You know, a lot of us, we don't know. You know, and I'm one to tell you, man, I don't know when certain things hit. You know, I'm human. And just because I'm a minister don't mean I know when everything's going to hit itself. You know, God does give revelation, and he does show you when something is going to hit, but you have to be equipped to know it. You know, a lot of times, you know, just coming to an end, depression is no joke, and you have to know how to respond to it. You know, a lot of us, you might not know who God is for yourself. You know, you might not have no spiritual grounding, but my opinion is you have to have some type of help when it comes to this disorder. I went to help. I asked for help because if you don't ask for help, it'll always come in. You know, it'll always, you know, attack. You know, that's the enemy's job. His job is to attack, and our job is to not retreat, but our job is to fight. Sometimes you have to be able to, battle this thing. It's a battle. The mindset is a battle. And I sought out help, man. I went to spiritual counselors. I studied psychology in college, but I didn't get an understanding until I went and I sought out help when it comes to spiritual help, mentally. Mental, and you might not be like, what? I'm not going to no mental health. I'm not going to that. But there's nothing wrong with getting some type of awareness and understanding of what's going on with you as a human. There's nothing wrong with getting some type of knowledge and understanding so that you can be equipped to handle such a harmful disorder. Because it can be harmful. It can lead you to destruction. It can lead you, down a rabbit hole of danger, and it can cause your mindset to go into a suicidal thought. Suicide ain't nothing to be played with. And that's one thing that I learned that I will not do. I refuse. I refuse to destroy what God has created. I've been created for a purpose and for a plan. And with my channel, I pray to bring awareness to I'm a fun dude. I love to have fun. But I pray to bring awareness, awareness to people that go through what I go through. There's people that go through what I go through mentally too, man, and it is no joke. So I have to be able to understand my purpose and my plan in life. If I don't, I don't want to fall into the hands of the angry God, and God says, depart from me, I know you not. When I'm supposed to be on this earth, pulling people out of darkness and out of harm's way. Because now, in this season, it is no joke. Some things is coming out of nowhere, and it is harsh. Demonic. Listen, I don't want to get into that. That's another word of the day. But that concludes my word of the day, man. That's all I have to say. That's my quick word for the day. Knowing all things that you were created with a purpose, okay? I love you guys. I'll see you guys later with the next word.
All her calls would be ignored, he's on his own time. Should've ended it before it started. All she ever